Michael Hyatt's best year ever. We're going to touch on day 2, completing the past. So basically the concept of not bringing the past year into the current year. Acknowledge what happened, learn from the experience, and adjust your behavior accordingly. Michael Hyatt has about 7 different questions for day 2.
Just kind of provide insight into how you felt the last year went, maybe?
And also maybe baggage that you're carrying.
I'm not going to say that this year was the best year ever for me because maybe my goals were a little bit unrealistic in regards to the amount of time that I thought that I would have to devote or that I would have available. Right, that I would have available or that I would choose to devote to these things. Next year, then I'm going to have a better idea of how to formulate my goal.
And I agree with you. We didn't follow all the guidelines for actually completing the best year ever, but I would have to disagree with you. It wasn't the best year ever in the sense of like the ideal perfect year.
I do feel it was probably our best year ever in the sense that we've grown a lot, but it wasn't how I had laid it out. I guess that's what I'm saying. It was a different year. Lots of clarity and lots of focus, but in an area that we weren't expecting to have.
It's very easy to kind of just go into the next year. Maybe you make some goals, like some New Year's resolutions or whatever, but how you feel about yourself right now in regard to the past year and how you feel about the coming year, I think just the concept of processing through everything is very relevant and necessary in order to move forward in a good way.
Kind of closing it up, you know, not letting it bleed into your next year.
Right.
This was this year. This is what happened, and next year is going to be different, and we're going to start with a clean sheet.
One of the questions that you go through to reflect on your past year is, what major life lessons did you learn last year? A couple of the ones that I wrote down were that simplifying is a compounding effort that affects everything in the best possible way. That's been just very instrumental in our lives, simplifying or streamlining different areas of our lives, and how you can think one little area is not going to really be that big of a deal, but the more little areas that you simplify or streamline, it's like I said, it's a compounding effort. It spreads out into other areas of your life. When you're not devoting a lot of brain power to all these different things, it's like little gnats flying around. They just keep bugging you and making you inefficient.
It leads to a lifestyle of reaction. You're not being proactive. You're going this way, going that way, swatting here, swatting there, swatting there. You don't have the mental capacity or the mental ability to focus on what you really want to be focusing on.
What's most important.
What's most important.
There's always been a lot of different things on my list that I want to get to someday. Like for example, detoxifying our home, or like makeup, or like simplifying my hair process, or just different things like that. Little simple things that you can tackle and grow on little by little. And as you kind of cement those different little areas in your life, you don't have to keep thinking about them. You don't have to keep trying to figure out what product should I use. And you know, it's so simple, but it's what works. One of the things I wrote down is that greatness doesn't happen without intention. That's kind of a little bit how we kind of rebranded, so to speak, our blog, or are in the process of the concept of make room for greatness. If you want to do big things in your life, if you want to be a person of great character and affect other people in a good way, that doesn't happen without intentional choices, and it's all the little things. The last thing I wanted to share about one of the life lessons I learned last year was, if you're not excited about life, about what you're working on, you have a why problem. Anything you're doing in life, you need to understand the why behind it in order to really be passionate and to do it well. If you're just kind of coasting through life, expecting to have the next big thing come along and make you excited, you know, that only lasts for a little bit. If you find your big whys and focus on those and make them the central part of your life, you're going to be able to be excited, and you're going to have motivation and understand how to move forward in all these different areas. Again, we really recommend that you check out Michael Hyatt's whole course at bestyearever.me. This was just skimming the surface of day 2, and let us know in the comments below, what are some of the takeaways from this past year for you? As always,
stay clever, folks.
It flowed pretty well. Oh, it started. Okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Looking at the second part. Welcome to Something Club. Welcome to. I can't.
This is going to be an interesting insight.
Shut up. Michael Hyatt's best day ever course.
Best day.
Year.
Best day ever!
It's only lasting one day. Non-realistic. How do you say that?
Unrealistic.
Unrealistic. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching this mess.
Just start it.
All right.